Hello there guys, welcome back to Reborn with Michael Watson. Forgive me today because my phone is on a lead, so I'm holding it. But today I'm talking about Neville Goddard again. So I want to talk about living in the assumed belief, So there's two things I have to apologise. Firstly, I'm holding my phone. There's a little bit of noise in the background, but hey, this message needs to be heard. So we're talking about assuming the wish fulfilled. I really want to speak about this because there's two things that we really need to understand. This is how you literally manipulate reality with Neville Goddard's techniques and how it changed my life. So you have to look at how you firstly connect to these techniques. Now, if you like Spirituality Simplified, consider like, sharing and subscribing. Also join my free Facebook group, The Healing Circle, where I do teachings, posts, inspirations, healing stories, stuff like that. So jump on board. Here's the thing. When I was looking at Neville Goddard's technique of living from the end, I started to really think that I had to become something else to live in the end. So I was constantly searching for what is the feeling of the end result. What is the feeling of the end result? Now, I sit here now, years later, living in that dream life that I visualized. But actually, what I started to realize when it started to really supercharge and make the manifestation come quicker was when I started to relax around the end goal. When I say relax, I mean relax so I start to assimilate it, like, you know, if you're eating a bit of bread and your bloodstream simulates the bread. I needed to live it. The problem when you're constantly searching for an answer is you're not living the truth. So I started to realize, what is it that makes me feel disconnected from that end? It is my emotional responses to the environment that make me feel like I'm not there yet. So I was like, if I can dampen them, if I can quiet those things, then I can actually create something. Because now there's no resistance to the end result. I'm not bothered by anything. I've become neutral. So I aim to this point of neutrality, which is called divine indifference by Joseph Murphy. So Neville Goddard and Joseph Murphy are, two of my favorite teachers. So I became divinely indifferent. I started to see life as just an event rather than something that was so important. So I let go of the importance of my creation. I let go of the importance of the lack of my creation too. This is wild, because when I got to that point then, suddenly I realized, oh my gosh, I'm free. I'm actually free. That was when I felt this state of freedom, and this overwhelming state of peace and neutrality came over me. From there, it became quite simple just to become intentional, a slight visualization or a prayer or something like that. And I would just start to feel natural and good around those statements. They didn't feel like I was fighting against the vision or fighting against the statements. So again, that was also living in the end. I claimed it as now. I would say, I'm where I'm meant to be, doing what I love, infinitely prospered, infinitely blessed. Or put it this way, my body didn't fight back against that idea because I had found no resistance towards what was happening in my life. I saw life as an illusion, as a simulation. When you start to see the illusion for what it is, that's when you manifest. When you start to see this as a simulation rather than a solid thing, then you let go of importance of 3D reality. Then you're really able to add your emotion to a situation and add the feeling of abundance or love, or manifesting your specific person, or manifesting health. Because you're now not fighting reality. You're not trying to run away from what's in front of you. You just are indifferent towards it. So it was that indifference which was the key. So look at what I ask you, I implore you, look at what is happening in your life and how it's making you feel. How is your responses to life affecting your happiness? You see, at the end of the day, you're in a situation. That is what it is. But it's your emotional responses that are making you unhappy, not the situation itself. So work on letting go of those. Become neutral around the situation and see how life seems to transform and find a solution. There's a divine spark in you that wants to always bring you lifeward. You could call it the life principle, God, the divine, whatever you want. But it always wants to bring you to your highest truth. You get in the way of it. We can become intentional to direct it, but we don't add anything to it. We don't add anything to the divine. We get out of the way of the majesty of the divine. Sometimes now I look at my life and I just see the majesty of it, and I'm like, what is actually happening? I can't believe it. And the healings and the transformations that clients are going through, it just blows my mind. How can you start to be more indifferent? How can you become more neutral around your current situation? Comment down below, what do you need to let go of the importance of? Thank you guys. Remember, join my free Facebook group. I'll see you at the next one.